So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. The purpose of this lecture series is very simple. We want you to revise your current affairs and we want you to revise those current affairs through the much needed MCQ practice. Okay, so this is a lecture series that aims to cover your current affairs through MCQ practice. Through this, you get to revise your current affairs and get to practice more than 1200 MCQs from current affairs alone. Okay, so by the time you're ready for your next year's prelims examination, you would have practiced more than 1200 MCQs. That is more than enough. But that would only happen if you cover 4 to 5 MCQs on a daily basis with me. So make this lecture series a part of your daily routine, a daily habit of yours. All right? Okay. Enough of the introduction. Let's straight away jump into the discussion, starting with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding International Olympics Committee. It is a non-governmental international organization that came into existence just after World War I. All right? It is compulsory for a member of IOC. Okay? It is compulsory for member of IOC to either speak English or French. Okay, and next, the host for Olympics game is selected through majority votes cast by secret ballot. All right, so which of the how many of the above statements are correct? All right. Now the thing is that International Olympics Committee is a committee that decides where would the Olympics games happen and what are the rules for different games. Okay, so all things related to Olympics are decided by International Olympics Committee. Now it is a non-governmental international organization that came into existence in 1894, which was way before World War One. So this is false. Now all the decisions regarding Olympics are taken by members of IOC. Now, it is compulsory for a member of IOC to either speak English or French. This is absolutely correct. Okay. You can become a member of IOC only if you know either English or French. And the host for Olympics Games is selected through majority votes cast by these members only through secret ballot. This is also correct. So, only two are correct. All right. This was in the news because India is actually bidding for 2036 Olympics. That is why. Consider the following statements regarding release of inflation data in India. Data for both retail and wholesale inflation is released on a monthly basis by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Since 2013, Consumer Price Index based inflation data is released on 12th of every month at 5:30 p.m. Wholesale inflation data was released on a weekly basis until 2012. Okay, which of the above statements are correct? Now look, retail inflation in India is measured through CPI and wholesale inflation is measured through WPI, Wholesale Price Index. Now, retail inflation is calculated by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. In fact, there is an organization called NSO under Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation that calculates CPI based index. For wholesale price index, it is calculated by Office of Economic Advisor under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Okay, Office of Economic Advisor under Ministry of Commerce and Industry calculates WPI. So both retail and wholesale inflation, both of them, both CPI and WPI are released on a monthly basis, but they are released by different organizations. Okay, so this part is false. Now, both CPI and Index of Industrial Production are released by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Now, both these data points are released on 12th of every month at around 5:30 p.m. Now, this timing has been there since 2013. In fact, July 2013. Before July 2013, CPI and IIP were released on 12th of every month, but at around 11:30 a.m. Okay, but this was changed on July 2013 to 5:30 p.m. All right, it has been going on. This data point is released at 5:30 p.m. since 2013. So this part is correct. WPI, wholesale inflation data, was released on a weekly basis. Yes, until December 2012. WPI was released on a weekly basis, but after December 2012, it was released on monthly basis. So this part is also correct. Okay. So 2 and 3. Question 3. Which of the following is are correct regarding minority educational institutions in India? Only linguistic and religious minorities have the right to establish and administer educational institutions of their choice under Article 30. Okay. Minority educational institutions in India are exempt from providing SC/ST reservations. Okay. State cannot impose any restrictions or regulations on minority institutions. Okay. Now look, Article 30 of your Constitution, of Indian Constitution, says that minorities, whether they are linguistic or religious, our Constitution only recognizes linguistic or religious minorities. So only linguistic and religious minorities have the right to establish and administer educational institutions of their choice. This is absolutely correct as per Article 30. Now, minority educational institutions are almost free. Government doesn't interfere much as far as administration of these institutions are concerned. Okay. In fact, providing reservation to SCs and STs is mandatory for almost all government and private educational institutions, but not minority. Article 15, Clause 5 says that minority educational institutions are not bound to provide SC/ST reservations. So they are exempt. Absolutely correct. Now, though Article 30 says that states wouldn't interfere in the running of minority educational institutions, but they can make rules, they can add some restrictions or rules and regulations if educational standards are concerned. Okay. So government can regulate minority institutions to improve educational standards, to prevent maladministration, to promote welfare of people. Okay. Otherwise, these institutions are free. So states can impose. All right. Question 4. Consider the following regarding the recent Indian project to monitor animal health. The project was approved by Pandemic Fund created by G20 countries under Indonesian presidency. Okay. The project aims to enhance the country's capacity to prevent, detect, and respond to animal health threats. It is expected to be completed by August 2026. All three statements are correct. Okay. No discussion on this is needed because these are the only three statements that you need to remember about this project basically. So recently Government of India has launched a project to actually monitor the health of India's animals. Now this project was approved by Pandemic Fund. It aims to prevent and respond to animal threats. It is expected to be completed by this date. All right. And last, which of the following statements are correct? Of the last 6 public health emergencies of international concern declared by WHO, 5 were due to zoonotic diseases. Zoonotic diseases can be prevented through One Health approach. Okay. So first of all, you need to know what are zoonotic diseases. So zoonotic diseases or zoonosis is a phenomena under which diseases jump from animals to humans. Okay. So zoonotic diseases are those diseases which jump from animals to humans. All right. Now, it is said that zoonotic diseases are becoming more and more prevalent in recent times. In fact, of the 6 last public health emergencies declared by WHO, 5 were due to zoonotic diseases. Absolutely correct. Therefore, if you want to prevent a pandemic in humans, you need to monitor and prevent an epidemic or pandemic in animals. All right. So that is why a project should be there to monitor animal health. In fact, this phenomena can be better understood through One Health approach. So what is One Health approach? It says that environment, animal health, and human health are interconnected. Okay. If environment becomes problematic, humans are going to get impacted. If animals become problematic due to zoonotic diseases, humans are going to be impacted. So all these three things are interconnected and therefore they need to be tackled together. That is what One Health approach says. So zoonotic diseases can be prevented through One Health approach, of course, because One Health approach involves taking care of animal health, human health, and environment health together. So this part is also correct. The answer is C. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'm sure it has added value to your preparation. All right. But it would add more value if you are consistent and regular with this lecture series. So on the promise of you being consistent and regular with this lecture series, I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much, everyone.